Hey everybody, this is Healthy Pickleball with Dr. Jim. I got an incredible guest today. His name is Armando Ferreira. How are you, Armando? Nice to see you.
Great. Thank you for having me.
As we say in pickleball, let's go.
Let's freaking go. Let's do it.
Let's friggin' go. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your background pre-pickleball. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Armando Ferreira. I am 26 years old. I am from Brazil. I played college tennis at a small Division II school in North Carolina. There, I started my first business, which was a non-profit business designed to fundraise money for the scholarship fund of the school. There, I learned how to become an entrepreneur. So I learned how to pitch, a loan from the bank, and starting an LLC and everything else, and then that's how I became a racket sports entrepreneur through my company, mysportjobs.org. And now we're here playing pickleball.
That sounds amazing. I'd like to learn a little bit more about you as a professional pickleball player. So let's go to the first clip, Ben. So here you are playing. So I would love to ask you what it's like being a pro pickleball player, playing in a tournament like that. What does it feel like?
Well, it definitely brings me back to the tennis days where you had, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. kind of schedule, and you're just on the club all day. You have great competition. You have to stretch, eat well. You're not thinking of the day itself. You actually have to prepare for weeks and weeks ahead of time.
How long did you play professional pickleball? How many years?
So I've been playing professional pickleball for about 3 years. Started coaching pickleball about 5 years ago. And it wasn't until I started actually competing and training that I understood what an amazing sport that pickleball is.
It is an amazing sport. It's amazing. And I'm so happy to have you today. Just want to let you know that again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
It is an absolute honor. We've been spending some time on the pickleball court, and getting to know you and seeing your effort in the pickleball court really helps.
You're a great coach.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate
Effort means not a lot of potential. Not necessarily there, but a lot of potential.
The effort word is a very, very interesting.
So, I don't want to talk about cripple ball as cripple ball, but I want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and be honest. That's the love of the game, the love of helping people, and the love of doing proper technique. And I noticed in that clip you were wearing a knee brace, right?
Oh boy, you caught me. I try to hide
Busted.
it.
So, tell me a little bit about your knee, what's going on. I'm not your physician, but let's talk a little bit. I've had knee injuries. I have an ongoing knee pain occasionally. Tell me about it from your perspective.
Yeah. So my left knee actually has been, talking to me for a couple of years now.
What's it saying?
Well, in tennis, it's always been if I didn't do my prevention, my conditioning right, if I didn't go to the gym, consistently, working out my quads, doing the injury prevention exercises, stretching, my knee started talking to me. And, pickleball can be very dangerous because it's a sport that you may be able to play for hours and then you pay the price the next day. Especially...
Tell me about it.
You brought up a clip that I was actually playing at the APP Fort Lauderdale against Tanner Pickleball, shout out to Tanner. And we had a 2-hour pickleball match, third setter and everything else. And that's when I actually felt my knee go wrong. So I haven't actually competed since that day because I was just practicing too much and not doing the off the scenes type of deal that we have to do. And, pickleball is a professional sport. You can't just play for hours and not do the prevention and it happens.
So let's go to the next clip. I want to just talk about 5 core exercises to help knee injuries, especially meniscal injuries, which is a very common injury and a significant injury that takes time to recover. How many months has it been for you now?
It's been about 2 months.
Yeah, it could take up to 6 months if indeed you have that as a problem.
Yep.
An MRI obviously would be the definitive test, and also on examination.
Yep.
So let's take a look at that clip for a second. These are basic core, as I've heard on tape, these are 5 basic exercises within a minute to take care of meniscal injuries. So the first one is a straight leg raise. You could do the other knee bent, but basically that's strengthening your quads with your knee in extension. So anytime you do an isometric exercises, it's a lot safer. The second one, we're going fast here. This is a gluteal exercise to strengthen the gluteals and hams and also to stretch them a little bit. Of course, there are a lot more exercises you do if you have other injuries, but this is just a meniscal injury. Really quick, I hear pickleball pros on the sidelines of replay. They're always complaining about injuries. So these are 5 exercises to do for meniscal injury. Okay, this one is supposed to show the calf exercise. It should be with the calf bent, but the foot should stay straight as much as possible. And then, and then this is a quadriceps stretching exercises. So those are some of the main exercises: the quads, the hams, and the glutes. Those have to be strengthened. Core strengthening. Core strengthening is your back and all that. So most people, the problem is they don't just have one injury, they have multiple injuries.
Right.
This is just focused on meniscal tears.
Wow.
It's pretty easy to figure out meniscal tears. I'm lecturing, I'm going to stop now. But we should go ahead and take a look at your knee. Later on, we'll look at it together.
100%.
Okay. So, knee problems have hampered your professional career. Other activities that you mentioned, you do teach pros. Let's go to the next clip, Ben, if you wouldn't mind sharing it with us, please.
Let's get it.
Okay. Tell me about that clip. Who is that?
Well, so that's one of my, that's actually my first professional athlete that I've been coaching. Along with Eric Onsins, that is my second professional athlete. Emilia Schmidt, she's the number one player, number one pickleball player in Australia. She was just triple crowned in the next gen on the APP tour. She's top 5 on the APP tour right now.
I think she's number 3, isn't she?
She's number 3 in the APP tour.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We've been working together for about 2.5 months.
I'm not just a pretty face, you know.
There we go. You're good. That's really good. Yeah. So Emilia has been doing amazing. She's actually competing on the next gen right now. This weekend, defending her triple crown.
Where's that?
She is in Missouri. So
Okay.
right now.
So what are some of the benefits for you of having her as a player, teaching her?
Well, for me, it's just, we started working together. We've been drilling together, training together. And one day she's like, hey, I've been wanting to have a coach to become, more accountable, someone who can look at look at my game in different ways. And would you be interested? I was like, oh my God, it would be great. And,
What are your best qualities as a coach?
I can tell you, after coach tennis for many years and still coach, but been coach for about 10 years now, I think I can definitely see things that a player may not see. I love to make everything efficient, cleaning strokes, and that's something that we've been working together with Emilia to make sure that her strokes are cleaner and efficient. That's also part of prevention, making sure that your strokes are actually, you're using less effort to make those same shots that you usually do.
What are some of your challenges?
Challenges as a coach, I do think, I think continuous knowledge is something that I'm always striving to keep going. Doing my courses, my certifications, and watching videos, and also relying on different pros. So I always joke that, and which is actually true, Mari Humberg, she's I call her my coach. You know, so I coach other players while Mari coaches me, and I practice with her at the same time.
Wow, she really played excellent recently. I saw her playing
Yeah, she's, you know,
New Jersey 5 in
Exactly.
doubles. She played
yeah.
great.
Go Fives, go
Yeah,
Fives.
go
She's
Fives.
I was just this morning I mentioned to
And
you.
Will did too. He played amazing.
Yeah, amazing player.
Yeah.
Amazing player.
All right. What's your joy? What's your joy in this game? What is it that motivates you?
Pickleball has been, you know, I mention it daily. Pickleball has been changing the world, and for me, pickleball has given another route after tennis, and that's something that I use at my sport jobs as well, as a career guidance for college tennis players. We don't know what to do once we're done with college because we play professionally until we get to college tennis. We play for another 4 or 5 years, and then what?
I went to medical school. That's what I did.
Exactly.
I dropped out of college tennis and went to medical school.
There we go. That's a good route.
Yeah.
You know,
That was my route.
I cannot, and I can tell you guys, I cannot be a doctor. So
You're a doctor of pickleball.
correct. I prefer, you know, that's my goal.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to go to the next clip for a minute.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it.
Keep it going. So the young people will watch this episode. Who is that guy?
Oh boy. I don't know.
So here we have you, amazing player, amazing player, playing with amateurs and, you know, rec players. Amazing, amazing. Here's my question for you.
Yep.
What should or should not amateur players copy of pros? What should they look at for inspiration? What should they avoid completely?
All right. So you guys are definitely talking about my behind the back reflex volley there. Let's be honest. Amateurs, if you guys are watching this, do not try that. Okay, that was instant. You know, that was instant reflex.
Okay.
And that happens because obviously years of experience and whatnot, but it's also having the fundamentals dialed in. So one thing that I would recommend is to make sure that fundamentals are there, right? Having the correct ready position, making sure that you guys have the proper footwork. And another thing is, you know, making sure that you're not trying, you know, what should we copy from the pros?
Yeah.
The discipline on dinks, drops, and different tools that you need to play.
Mm-hmm.
The basics.
Okay.
Copy the discipline and the proper footwork, you know?
Okay. You know, you mentioned something that I have to test you on. I'm going to get my paddle.
Okay.
So you were showing me yesterday, you were teaching me on doing this, putting my arm like this.
Hey, that's the Mr. Miyagi shot.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi shot. How can I protect my wrist better?
Good.
Because this is, you know, flexion and extension, carpal tunnel syndrome, tendonitis of the different tendons.
Good.
So how do you avoid that?
So my friend, as we talked about,
My friend.
okay, as we talked about, we have a couple different things to protect. You know, I grew up in a health type, you know, family. My dad owns a gym back in Brazil, and my mom is a physical therapist.
I didn't know that about
Okay,
you.
so
Wow.
I grew up in the health space and
Yeah.
not, you know,
Yeah.
not much on the medical school type of deal, but also on the fitness and
Yeah.
different things. One of the things that causes, you know, tendonitis and tennis elbow and everything else is how we hold the pedal. Okay. Besides, every time we on the court, I'm gonna recommend first of all a good quality pedal. Okay. The higher quality type of pedal, they are lighter, they're made of better materials.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important for you guys at home to be investing the right material. Okay, that's first of all. Second, instead of holding the pedal like this, which we call it the hammer grip, if you're ever with a coach and they tell you to hold it like this, just make sure you call me.
Run away.
Run away, okay? We try to hold the pedal with a space between, 2 inches from your index finger separated from your hand. That relaxes your wrist, okay, and allows you to maneuver your wrist the way you're supposed to. Okay, that's one thing to take care of that.
That's what I was. Well, I don't have a wrist problem, but I was told when I was learning tennis, and I was trained by the top elite, Tony Palafax and Harry Hopman, just to shake it.
Shake your hand.
To shake
Yes.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we were taught. So thank you for that information.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit, you mentioned it a couple of times, my sports job, and I asked you off camera a couple times about where you're going to go with pickleball. Tell me about how you're going to make this work for you.
Yeah, so my sport jobs, I started the company about 3 years ago. It was totally designed to help college international student athletes to find their path within the United States, do everything correctly, and be guided on what to do next and how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a process that I designed, starting 18 years old, freshman in college, going all the way through and having a strong resume for when they finish, they're ready for the workforce. Just fast after I started that, regular, college student athletes, Americans, green card holders, and everything else, we started the process with them, part of the mentorship program. And then about 2 years ago, I got 2 business partners, pickleball enthusiasts and lovers of the racket sports industry, and we designed our own software. So thanks to Hyperspace Ventures, which are a software developer, they also do the website for the PPA and MLP Tour. And also Alex from Colorado, he's from Aspen. He's also part of developing and designing the software for that.
How do they get in touch with you if they want more information about it?
Well, so you can check out our website, mysportjobs.org, sport being without the S, just because I like to say that my sport, meaning my identity.
Okay.
I'm a tennis player, I'm a racket sports player, that's who I am. So that's why we designed the name for that. And also our Instagram, at mysportjobs. You can check it out and you can DM me. I'd love to talk to you guys.
That sounds awesome. So going back to a other episode of somebody I was talking to who had a stroke, and he was backpedaling and he injured he fell on his head, his back. What can we do to avoid? That's a simple problem, but it's not so easy to take care of. What do you recommend people instead of backpedaling?
Oh my goodness, that's one of my pet peeves. You're asking this question because he knows that. I'm very big into safety, very big. I often say, especially in a clinic or in a coaching scenario, safety first, fun second, and third, actually learn. Because safety, I've seen too many things happen in the pickleball court because, again, it is a real sport.
Yeah.
You got to be very careful. You got to take a qualified coach to be teaching you. And instead of backpedaling, that's my number one thing to teach.
And Armando's an awesome coach, by the way. He's awesome.
Thank you.
And I don't just say things lightly.
I agree. I know you. By now I know you. So
yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're great.
Instead of backpedaling,
Uh-huh.
we have our anchoring one foot,
Yeah.
one foot going backwards. And that way you can side shuffle back instead of backing up.
You should take a lesson maybe to learn how to do that.
100%.
Okay.
And if you're going to back up backwards,
Yeah.
nose over toes. Keep your head
Nose
forward.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the things I said in my personal story was that when I started playing pickleball, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything, and I suffered every injury you can imagine.
A tennis player coming to a pickleball court.
Yeah, and then I figured, I had a lot of injuries, but then I found a place in South Florida, the place where you teach, and it was it was like Port Washington Tennis Academy, really good players, everyone was serious, good coaches. And so I realized this is a game that's not so simple. You really have to learn the technical aspects of it to be good. That's why I have you on today, because I think it's so important to have a good coach.
100%.
Eyewear, that's another thing that I think is important. Do you think that, I asked another pro, do you think one day it will be mandatory for amateurs, or what's your feeling about it?
I think coming from tennis as well, tennis it's been out there for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always going to be something recommendable.
Right. Right.
I personally, when I'm competing, I try to use eyewear.
Uh-huh.
But for amateurs, I think it's recommended
Okay.
to protect your eyes. So it's important.
As a pro, and your last question I have for you for the day is about duper scores and what do they mean? And it's a whole new world, especially as an amateur. You know, you have to have a certain duper score to play with certain players. Everybody wants to play with better players. So
Yeah.
give me a little bit story about duper. You're an expert in that, I think.
Correct. Yes. So I have a great partnership with Duper. Okay. I know personally the CEO, who's an incredible guy.
What does it stand for, duper, for the audience?
Duper is a dynamic universal pickleball rating.
Okay.
Okay. The CEO of Duper, he's actually a college international student athlete.
Okay.
Came to this country from Spain, played college tennis, worked in the country club aspect and scenario just like I did. And he started working for UTR. UTR is the universal tennis rating. A couple years ago, about 5 years ago, he wanted to develop something for pickleball, and UTR, being a very big tennis rating, they weren't, very much to do it. So he ended up doing it himself. And now it's an incredible piece that connects people all over the world to give them something to look for, something to get better at, and also the measures. I know the people behind the algorithm. They are incredible people. Brian Levine, who is a huge name in the industry, he's been in Wall Street doing all this fancy quantitative trading and everything else, and now he's a fully pickleball guy, and someone who I deeply respect, both of them. So I think it's a rating. It is something you get to look up to, and there's its flaws, but I think they're constantly working to making it better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, just thank you. Just thank you for having me, and for you guys watching. Jim is an incredible guy, and I've been very, honored to meet you and to be able to share what I love, which is pickleball and coaching with you.
I love it too.
So, we share the same passion there.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in today to Happy Pickleball. And I wish everyone safe pickleball playing and fun. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Be well, everybody.